Everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we're going to be talking about the rule of quatre in French, dos in Spanish, or two in English. Yes, the rule of two. That's what we're going to be talking about today. But before I get to that topic and that discussion, I just want to say to you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my other video I did earlier, which was talking about deck building and how you should go about when you're building a certain deck, or just deck building in general skills. Some other things I forgot to mention in that video is, number one, you should take into consideration your personal player preferences. I apologize for the wind right now, but you should take into consideration what you as a player are. What is your playing style? You should always take that into consideration when building your deck. And number two, you should always research the deck when you're building the deck. If it's a certain archetype or a certain deck type, like a luck-based deck or a skill drain-based deck, even though that's, skill drains at one, whatever type of deck, research the deck. See what people have done in the past and are currently doing with that deck, so you can get a good idea of how many ratios you should play, and then go from there. See how it works with you. How does it play out with you? Do you think you should maybe change these cards out? Things of that nature. So that's something you should always take into consideration. But today, guys, back on topic, we're going to be talking about the rule of two, the rule of dos. Yes. So what is the rule of two? Now, I mentioned this in my other video I was talking about when building decks, and I kind of explained it to you, but let me go a little bit more in depth to what is the rule of two. Yes, the rule of two. The rule of two is something, like I said before, one of my friends gave me this advice a long time ago, and that is the rule of two. When in doubt, go with the rule of two. So if there's a certain card in your deck that you're kind of debating about, how many of this card should I run? Should I run, 1, 2, 3? Is it a situational card? Is it a card that it helps you a little bit but doesn't advance your game state? Go with the rule of two. When you're in doubt about a card, just run 2 of it. Don't run 3 of it, because 3 can get cloggy. So some good examples of cards like this is, let's go with an extra deck card, I guess you could say first. Masked Hero Darklaw. Some people believe that Masked Hero Darklaw is a staple as a 3 of in Masked Heroes in the extra deck. Some people believe that it's a staple as a 2 of in the extra deck because you have Masked Hero Anki. So what do you do in that certain situation? Well, you think about it this way. You say, how often on a day-to-day duel basis do I get this card out? And do I able to keep it on the field? Usually one time. Sometimes I need an extra one. Once in a blue moon, I need a 3rd one, really. In that case, because you're debating about it, you usually go between 1 and 2. That's when you go with the rule of 2 and say, hey, just go with 2, not with 3. 3 is a little bit overkill. I can use that space for something else. That's the rule of 2. Or let's talk about some other cards here. The trap lineup. That's a good example right there. How many of a certain card should you run? So let's talk about Fiendish Chain. Some people like running 3 Fiendish Chains. Some people like running 1 Fiendish Chain. Some people like running 2 Fiendish Chain. Well, most people like running 2 to 3 Fiendish Chains. So in that situation, same with Breakthrough Skill, I should add, but in that situation, you can think to yourself, if I took this 1 extra Fiendish Chain out, could I use it for something else? Or is my deck so scared of, monsters like Castell and 101 that are going to take my monsters, spin them back? Do I need to definitely run 3 of it? Or do I have effect failures already and now I have Fiendish Chains, and is that enough? Maybe you take that 1 Fiendish Chain out because you just go by the rule of 2. Some people currently like running 3 effect failure, 3 max C. I've seen that. I usually, if I ever do that, I usually just run 2 max C, 2 effect failure, because if you run it into 3, 3 is when you're running staples of something. So if you're running 3, it's essential to the deck. So you're going to run in Gravekeepers 3 Necro Valley, 3 Spy, things of this nature. You're going to run some of that because it's essential to your end goal of the deck. A 2 of card is a card that it helps you out. It may help you get to your end goal, but it has problems. It has some drawbacks. It sometimes can be a dead card. And in that case, that's when you go with the rule of 2 to help you out. Because you say, 3 is too much, 2 is a good well-round number, go with that. So I hope this video was a little bit helpful for you guys when you're trying to figure out a certain card ratio. If you're thinking to yourself with a current card, 3 seems to be a little bit too much, 1 is too little, go with 2. When in doubt, go with 2, as my friend told me. So that's just some little bit of sage advice that I've learned through playing the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I hope you learned something from it. I hope you took something away from it. And I hope that you remember that if you're ever having problems with trying to figure out how much of a card you should run, go with 2. And sometimes, you know, a card maybe, you know, it's very situational, so in that case you maybe just run 1. But if it's one of those cards that's somewhere in between, usually run 2. Never run 3 unless it's essential to your deck objective. So till next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. And I'll see you guys next time. And I hope this video was helpful and informative to you guys. And until next time, guys, I'll see ya. Seto Kaiba, I'm out of here, guys. And good luck dueling to all of you. Take care, everybody.